Hello, people of the internet. I'm Bob the Plan, and welcome back to the Kilmac League. And Central United were first in action this week. They're trying to keep their hopes alive of staying in the Kilmac League. They needed to win today, and it looked very early on as though they might have a bad day at the office because they really just peppered the goal with a load of chances that, and none of them really ended up succeeding. But yeah, they kept their hopes alive at least for now. And with Kent's losing. That was another piece of the puzzle that needed to fall into place in order for excuse me, yeah, in order for god damn it, in order for essentially stay in contention with the title. Tesco Ballybeg having a mid-table season, and Dunhill Electrical Company trying to stave off relegation was our next matchup. And yeah, the mid-table side just showed why there's so many places above Dunhill in the table. It was really a very one-sided affair. 2-0. Well, actually, no, sorry, I stand corrected because this game was quite the roller coaster. Immediately after what looked like it was going to be a runaway success for Tesco Ballybeg Wanderers, it was Osama bin Laden for Dunhill who got the first goal back. And I do say the first goal back. And Megan Mary Dunbar scored a thundering own goal. I mean, one of the finest own goals I think I've seen this season. And yeah, made it 3-1 somehow to Tesco Ballybeg, and that looked like that was the end of it. You know, okay, they've had their attempt to come back. That's the end of that, surely. Well, not quite. In the second half, Dunhill came out all guns blazing, realising that they needed to win this game in order to have any chance of staying up. And Osama bin Laden, with a deft little chip that Iker Casillas could not reach, made it 3-2. So all of a sudden they're back in the game, and bin Laden was picked out again with another through ball over the top, which they seem to have a lot of success with, Dunhill, and he completed his hat-trick on 63 minutes. But a win was what they were after. They had 30 minutes to do it. They earned a corner, and swinging it in was Bell Walsh, and this was very quickly after the last goal that they scored. And hitting it out to Ozzy Walsh, it's a really nice finish into the bottom corner. Ozzy saving the day for Dunhill and guiding them to a 4-3 victory from 3-1 down. A really improbable series of events. It sort of sums up how the season has gone. Tesco Ballybeg, a really strong start, followed by a total collapse in the end. I love poetry. But yeah, it was great. I mean, it was really incredible that it happened like that. I mean, just fantastic. And the whole thing was just incredible. But anyway, 4-3, and yeah, that's how it finished. Byron Kilmeaden came off an improbable win last week at home to Kent FC that kept them in contention for the title. They needed to continue that string of winning, and they had to be sure that it wasn't going to stop until the end of the season. When they went away to Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe. Kronk Chapman was absent from the score list last week, but he made sure to rectify that this week by scoring a thundering strike in the 22nd minute there. So yeah, he gave his team the lead. And that was just as well, because despite having a few chances, Kilmeaden were unable to convert any of them. This was the only goal they got in the game. And we have to brave Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe, who didn't have anything to play for at this point, but a team that has nothing to play for may be more dangerous than one that does. They're playing without expectation. Mao Zedong got sent off for this actually. This was his second yellow, so Byron Kilmeaden did finish the game with 10 men, which made things all the more nerve-wracking for the Cheese fans as they headed into the final 20 minutes of the game. I don't think they could have any complaints though, to be honest with you. I mean, it was definitely a yellow card at least, and I can't remember what Mao got booked for in the first half, but he probably deserved that as well. This was really dangerous, but Krogpits rises highest above everybody else, and he was the one who gave Kilmeaden fans assurances that they were going to win this game. So yeah, a really important win for Byron Kilmeaden, keeping them in contention, especially with all else that's going on. And yeah, so TFR were another team in contention. Fire Station did upset Dungarvan in the cup, but aside from that, they hadn't really been doing much all season. Louis Power then got forward, and in the 11th minute he just curls one in past Fireman Sam at the far post, and that set the tone for the game. I mean, it was really, I talk about one-way traffic, this was it. Scott Bodrin then was played in, and really nice pass from Louis Power, but just Scott, I don't know, fell asleep at the wheel there. Caelan Quinn then somehow made it past the entire defence Fire Station and rifled the shot in past Fireman Sam. I mean, he probably would have been disappointed to be beaten so close to him, so close to himself. But that's the way it goes. This missed defensive clearance let Cian Power in, and Cian Power fired it in with a little roll at the end, a roly-poly, and he did another one there to celebrate. He likes doing them. Caelan Quinn then picked out Cian Power again, and Cian got his second goal of the game. Just really kept his nerve and slotted it past the out-rushing keeper. Walter Figueira tried to do something for I forgot who they are, Fire Station, but it was in vain. They came forward again, and 4-0. You kind of figure, okay, it's going to be at the very most 5-0, and Cian Power did make it 5-0, but they weren't done yet. They wanted to really hammer it home. Caelan Quinn, despite being out on his legs, just muscles through the defence and gets the 6th goal of the game. But they weren't done yet, as they had one more in the drawer, and Caelan Quinn bursting forward again just curls it in a really nice finish, and that's his 4th or 5th goal of the game, 4th I think. So yeah, really productive day at the office for him. But Fire Station, another one to forget, but it's a huge boost to the goal difference for TFR, and that could come into it in the final day. I think Kent still have a fairly big lead in that department, but TFR, there's no harm in trying to chip away at it. So yeah, 7-0. Kind of hard to argue with that, isn't it? And there you go. Smiles all around from everybody, and Caelan Quinn, of course, gets to go home with the match ball. At the other end of the table, there was John Walters FC with Atletico Sunflower Shop, and both of those teams would be rejuvenated by the knowledge that Fire Station have just incurred a really heavy loss. So these two teams were playing for it. They had all to play for. It was going to be a really all-out game of football. It was going to be an absolute cracker to watch from a neutral point of view. But it was Atletico who struck first. Oakwood Jonathan Shirimala getting way too free there at the back post, heading home for the first goal of the game. And then played through was John Walters 9, and John Walters 9 does really well to hold off the defence. And despite not scoring initially, it was really well recycled by John Walters, and number 16 there at the back post was on hand to pick up the missed header and slot home for the equaliser on 11 minutes. So yeah, then it was Sunflower Shop came forward again. They scored the second goal. Kilmac Barbers really fine finish, just nice strong finish, nothing wrong with it at all. And that was the second goal that Atletico Sunflower Shop got in that game. But it was 2-2 before long, and John Walters 9 finally gets the goal. 32 minutes gone, and 2-2. I was amazed at how this game was going. It was 3-2 then before any significant amount of time had passed. The 4 minutes gone. Amy Lynn was the one to get the goal that restored the lead for Atletico Sunflower Shop. And just an insane game really to watch. John Walters then, and just really nice link-up play, and it was going to be 3-3 before long. You just know that it was. It was John Walters 9 who got it. I mean, poor goalkeeping to be honest from Rusty Morrissey, but nice link-up play all the same from John Walters FC. Yeah, and it was then 4-3. Poor defensive management from John Walters. I really should have got rid of the ball there, but it was Liam Brady who got that goal. And John Walters weren't going to give up. They weren't going to hand their rivals a win in their own backyard. And timing is run perfectly with John Walters 9. Just barely beats the offside trap. But he's in, and he squares it unselfishly to John Walters 15 to make it 4-4. I mean, a really incredible game. I was actually expecting it to go all the way like to 5 or 6 apiece. But not quite. But yeah, this was the last chance of the game, and it didn't amount to much. Just barely over the bar. Maybe if he'd have got it down, hey, that would have been an important move for Sunflower Shop in the league standings. Kilmac AFC and St Mary's Hurling were next up, and this was a really important game for Kilmac. They had to win now to capitalise on Kent's poor form, otherwise they may have regretted it. But the old rival St Mary's Hurling were not at the races like they were last season, so you would have favoured Kilmac to win this game, and it was pretty much one-way traffic for a lot of it. George Best was the first to get a goal for Kilmac. Now I say it was all one-way traffic. The scoreline didn't really reflect that, but it was still a good win nonetheless for Kilmac. A brilliant save from Rav there. I don't know how he got the awareness to block the cross when he wasn't even looking at it. But this spurred a counter-attack where William Murphy played in Stephen Morrissey, and Stephen looking for Patrick up front, finds him, and there's a nice link-up play then. Paul Scholes has it, looking for somebody, and he finds Patrick. Just a brilliant 1-2 between those two, and Patrick does score. He just takes his time doing it. So yeah, 2-0, and a really important win for Kilmac, but this win does eliminate Central United from the league standings. So yeah, that's Central United eliminated from the Kilmac League for league contention. A really good season from Central, just a few disappointing results that did him in, and that's really it's just it's devastating for him. But that's just really sad for them. But that's sort of the way it went for Centrals. But a really good win for Kilmac. They played well, deserved it, and they are right on the tail. I think this win takes them actually above Kent's into pole position for the Kilmac League. So really important result there. Mid-table clash. Greenway Rovers did have Greenway Rovers are in the relegation battle. Technically, they're just like on the fringes, but they still like to not be in the relegation battle come final day. So they had to try and get a win away to Portlaw United in mid-table. Fionn Ryan was one of the more dangerous players in the Portlaw team all season, and he was proving that today. Cashman though fired him at home, fired him in front. He has that in his locker. It's really it's an unusual thing to have, but he does have it. Disappointing for Greenway Rovers to concede a goal like that so early on. It's sort of indicative of the season they've been having. The cup winners doing worse than the league winners. And the league winners aren't even doing that good. So but a fantastic goal. Just a brilliant strike. No chance for Vigor. He's not even moving as fast as the ball. No way he could have tracked it. But trying to get a goal, Greenway Rovers did actually get an equaliser. Sort of ham-fisted. It wasn't the prettiest goal, but Joe Fitzpatrick was the one who got it 26 minutes in. And trying to go for the second goal, Greenway Rovers did get it, this time from the corner again. Dodo Walsh was on hand to pick up the sort of scuffed clearance, and it was played in brilliantly, and Raoul got his head to it first. Brilliant diving header, and it's 2-1 to the Greenway Rovers. A really important win for them if they could have got it. Portlaw then actually scored a goal that counted from the corner, which was a real sucker punch for Greenway Rovers. I think this was the final result. Yeah, pretty much was. So disappointing for Greenway Rovers. You would have expected them to do more this season, and against the Portlaw team they never had to play for, you would have expected them to put up a bit of a fight, but no, that's not the way it went. Rathcormac Dynamos and AS Flavins. I don't know what to say. It's a really boring game. I wasn't looking forward to this one, but it had to be played. And Willie John Kiley scored the first goal of the game for Rathcormac, and made it 1-0. And getting in again was Willie John Kiley. He scored another one. Or no, he didn't actually. But he did ham it into the path. Dino's off of William Walsh, who scored the second goal of the game. Fantastic from him. And then Willie John Kiley did get another goal, his second, Rathcormac's third. And it was 3-0. 3-0 is pretty good. 3-0 is kind of hard to argue with. It's the comprehensive scoreline. And Willie John Kiley trying to get forward for the fourth goal of the game just doesn't really do anything with it. Just sort of hoofing it around and stuff. I don't think this amounted to anything. And anyway, 3-0. Look, it's a win, and decent win for Rathcormac. Sort of cements them as a mid-table side. Kind of hard to argue. Anyway, Rainbow Hall played Kildisco in the final game. A relegation battle. I'm not really sure how this went. I probably shouldn't have put this one last, but gonna have to do the outro in a minute. But anyway, Kildisco played in Gerard Muller, and with these two up front, it was looking like Kildisco might have the edge in this game. Gerard Muller has been really strangely prolific for a side so low down the table, but they did get an equaliser at Rainbow Hall and make it 1-1. But yeah, I don't really care about this game anymore, so time to wrap it up. I have the moment of plan. Thank you for watching my videos. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nice stuff, and stay tuned for more Kilmac League chaos, because we're heading into the final 3 weeks of the madness, and that's it for a long time. Then I'm finally going to get to go to bed. Until then, guys, watch Gerard Muller tear apart the Rainbow Hall team and keep Kill Disco alive in it. Until the next time, I'll see you then.